Every Hong Kong employment visa, irrespective of the type applied for, requires a sponsor. Such sponsorship is often misunderstood, and this short video is designed to clear up any confusion. The reason for sponsorship is that the Hong Kong Immigration Department need to be able to recoup the cost of the removal of the foreign national employment visa holder in the event that his or her residence goes awry for any reason. The mechanism to engender this sponsorship is found on page 3 of the ID 990B sponsorship form, which necessarily forms a part of the application paperwork. The sponsorship language is as follows. I undertake to assume responsibility for the applicant's repatriation to place of domicile if at the expiry of the limit of stay granted by the Director of Immigration, the applicant fails to leave Hong Kong. By operation of law, the employer must execute this sponsorship declaration on form ID 990B, and it forms a condition precedent to the granting of the employment visa. Simply, if there is no sponsorship undertaking, there can be no employment visa. This raises the question, what happens if your employee stops working for your company and goes on to get a new job in Hong Kong with another employer, rather than leaving Hong Kong? Are you still on the hook for their continuing sponsorship? The answer is both yes and no. Yes, your company is still responsible for the sponsorship until the employee leaves Hong Kong. But no, if your ex-employee successfully applies to the Hong Kong Immigration Department to change employer, whereupon the new employer will in turn execute an ID 990B sponsorship form in favour of your ex-employee's new position with them in Hong Kong. A final point about sponsorship. When an employment visa is granted, the holder receives two privileges. One is the privilege to work for your company and only your company. Two is the privilege to reside in Hong Kong. The residency privilege flows naturally from the privilege to work, as you must be living in Hong Kong to be able to report to work each day. When the visa holder stops working for your company, their privilege to work ceases, but their privilege to reside continues, as does your sponsorship, until their current limit of stay expires, whereupon they must leave Hong Kong and your sponsorship obligation ceases on their departure. In order for your ex-employee to reinstate their privilege to work after they leave your company, they must apply to the Immigration Department to change employer. Consequently, until they and unless they successfully change their employer or leave Hong Kong permanently by the time their limit of stay expires, then your company remains on the hook for their sponsorship.